So, very good evening to all of you guys. Again, in today's session, we are going to meet Moumita ma'am, right? The Empress of SAP trading session. This is what, the way we call her. So, ma'am is not keeping well, but is still on a heavy demand. She insists and she's taking this session. I would also like to inform you that this session is only of 60 minutes, 1 hour, right? So we know that you all have been waiting for her. Without delay, we give all of you to her. Ma'am, please start. Thank you. Guys, let's start. Thank you.
Hello, very good afternoon. Hello, guys. Hello, family. Hello, folks. Very good afternoon to you. So, we are back again and we are live again. So, today I will be discussing a topic which is it is much of science than of English. Okay. So, the people who loves biology or science, physical science or biological sciences, so they must be very much excited for it that what topic we are going through today. So the topic is none other than we are being taught from our childhood is the photosynthesis and the carbon fixation, which is the after product of or the byproduct of photosynthesis. Okay, through which the chlorophyll pigments are being generated, as well as carbon dioxide and oxygen are being separated, through which I mean the plants. The plants used to inhale the carbon dioxide and they used to exhale the oxygen. And we, the human beings, used to inhale the oxygen. Okay, so without any further ado, let's straight get into the topic. And so our today's topic is how energy efficient is that plant of the photosynthetic adaptations. Okay, so let us start from the very first paragraph. Energy efficiency is a large concern in the modern world. When looking at purchasing vehicles or smaller appliances like refrigerators and televisions, consumers want to know how much energy the device will use while it is running. The most efficient machines will do a given amount of work with the least amount of energy. So the author is telling that energy efficiency is a large concern in the modern world, because whatever is telling that nowadays the uh, what I say, the quality of the appliances or the vehicles have been degraded, is not being so good that of the erstwhile or the of the pre-modern or the ancient period. Okay, so whenever you will be seeing that a refrigerator which you have in 1990s, during the 90s period, and the same refrigerator during this period, that means the 2000s or the 2020, you will find that there is a vast difference between the parts of the appliances, because you will be seeing that suppose you are keeping something in your deep fridge or in your refrigerator, so it will take much time, the energy consumption is much higher. Okay, and it will take much time to coolen up, to cool down the bottle, or suppose a thing, okay, to preserve a thing. But in the olden days or during the pre-modern age, you will find that the appliances were of very good quality. It can cool down the things or the water in a very short time and with low consumption of energy. And low consumption of energy means the power consumption is less, and hence the electricity bill is also less. But nowadays the electricity bill is and is vigorously going upward and is increasing a lot. In case of the pre-modern age, you will find that. Okay, so that is only due to the energy efficiency, which is a large concern in the modern world. The modern world, due to the nothing other than the global warming. Okay, so there is also a connection between global warming and the photosynthesis in this era. So what happens? Suppose due to global warming, we are seeing that the main cause of global warming is the cut down of the trees and the lessening or the decrease of the oxygen. So there are deforestation, too much illegal cut down of trees are there. As a result, the oxygen in the atmosphere is decreasing, and the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is being increasing, resulting in air pollution, and many sort of pollution is there. Okay, and all at the last, it takes as a result of global warming. That's why there you will see the main symptoms of global warming, or the main result of global warming is the change of the climates. We are not getting the sufficient rainfall during the rainy season, or we are not getting the sufficient winter season during the time of December or January. This is all because of global warming. Okay, so now getting into the next part, that you may be surprised to learn that energy efficiency is also an aspect of the natural world. A great number of factors are important when growing crops, but along with nutrients, water, and sunshine, the efficiency of a plant's photosynthetic functions play a role in how quickly crops are able to mature. Yeah, and there is another sort of problem is being seen, that a great number of factors are important when growing crops, but along with nutrients, water, and sunshine, the efficiency of a plant's photosynthetic functions play a role in how quickly crops are able to mature. So you may be seeing that we are getting all the seasonal crops or the seasonal fruits or vegetables throughout the year. Throughout the entire 12 months, we are getting all the seasonal crops, all the seasonal fruits. It's just because of conventional farming. Okay, so what is the reason behind it? It is not that the water, sunshine, or the nutrients are the main factors here, but there is also some artificial photosynthetic functions are also being, what I say, is being implemented there with the help of several other enzymes. So one of the enzyme which helps in photosynthesis and for the uh, fast cause of photosynthesis, or or the artificial photosynthesis, is the rubisco. Okay, so rubisco is a very important. It aims to fix the carbon dioxide, but can also fix oxygen molecules, which creates toxic two carbon compound. Rubisco fixes oxygen and about 20% of the time. 20% of the time, as I told you, that it is the time limit which is being fixed for a photosynthesis. With the help of the addition of the enzyme Rubisco, it is increasing the speed to 20% or 20 times of the original speed. Okay, so that's why we are getting all the seasonal crops throughout the year. We are getting, you will be seeing that cauliflower and cabbage are the winter crops or the kharif crops, but we are getting the cauliflower as well as the broccoli and the cabbages throughout the year. You could find that it all the things are being available on hotels, restaurants. It will be available, and even in the local markets as well. It is all because of the conventional farming. Okay, it is a hybrid, it is a type of hybrid. We are not having anything as the organic one. So the organic one is very much helpful than the conventional farming. So this is how the with the help of rubisco, the enzyme, the carboxylite enzyme, which helps 20% of the speed of the photosynthesis, resulting in the growth of the crops. It is a type of hybrid. We are all maximum of the crops or the vegetables or the fruits we are having at the hybrid, not the real form or not the ultimate form. And it is resulting as a type, it is causing harm to our body. And that is why so many diseases and so many types of symptoms are found in our body. Okay, the immunity power, somehow the immunity power is being hampered due to this conventional farming or these hybrid vegetables and fruits. Okay, so this is how the artificial photosynthesis is being occurred. Okay, functions play a role in how quickly crops are able to mature. Okay, so just look here. So look, just look here. The author have been said that are able to mature, play a role, how quickly crops are able to mature. That means in this line, the author tries to say that there is a type of conventional photosynthesis or a artificial one. Okay, with the help of the enzyme rubisco, which which makes a steady process. Okay, suppose photosynthesis takes at especially takes at the evening or during the night time. Okay, nighttime with the help of the preservation. And but there are in some other plants the photosynthesis also takes place maximum during the maximum plants, due to the maximum plants or due to the sunlight. Maximum of the plants have undergo photosynthesis during the daytime. But in some of the plants, such as the cam plants, what do you mean by cam plants? The CAM plants. Cam plants means the pineapple, kalanchi. There are several other plants. I will give you the example. Photosynthesis occurs during the night time. Okay. So as a result, there the excessive food or the nutrients are being consumed or digested by the plant through the stomata. Through the stomata, that is the opening. There is an opening in the leaves of the plants. Okay, through where the excessive amount of energy or the nutrients are being consumed or being digested, and it goes and is transported throughout the plant through the stem. Okay, so whenever the author is saying that the quickly crops are able to mature, it means that they are using fertilizer, chemical fertilizer to the plants, which is very much harmful. So as a result, you will find that if you plant a tree or a seedling or a seed within, suppose 2 days before 2 days, you will find that if you give chemical fertilizer to that plant, you will see that within a week it started giving fruits or flowers. But if you plant a seed or a plant and leave it for the sunshine, for the water or the air, you will find that it is not growing up to the mark. It could take 1 month also. Okay, so as a result, these chemical fertilizers helps in the rapid growth or the increased growth of the plants, resulting in the hybrid and the conventional farming, which is also very fruitful and useful for the farmers because they believe in business at the end of the day. They look at their profit. Okay, so according to the statistics, that the farmers have stated that there is a high demand of the conventional crops or the seasonal crops throughout the year by the owner or by the buyers. Okay, so that's why, according to the looking at the concern of the buyers or the other people, so the farmers have introduced this conventional farming, which is being obviously done by the chemical and harmful fertilizers. Yeah, it might make the growth very rapid, but as a result, there will be some harmful chemicals will be there, which causes several diseases, not only to the plants but also to the people who are intaking the foods. Okay. Okay, so I will continue up from this after this line. So before than that, I want to tell you that please do like, subscribe, and share the channel, and as well as the video with your friends and your family. Okay. So I hope everything is clear up till this second paragraph. So let me check how many people are there. How many people are there in the live today? Let us check. Okay. Okay, so hi Pranay. Pranay is there. Hello Rock Hill. Hello. So are you getting my point, each and every one? So what I'm saying, the difference between conventional and organic farming. Okay, Rock Hill is saying yes. Tripti is saying yes. Hello. Hello, Avdesh. Okay. So now, before going to the next line, I will try to tell you something about what is photosynthesis actually means. Okay, and what is the difference of C3 and C4 plants? Okay. So everybody knows that, as we are being taught from our childhood, that photosynthesis is the process that plants use to turn light, carbon dioxide, and water into sugars that fuel plant growth using the primary photosynthetic enzyme rubisco. Okay, so the majority of the plant species on Earth uses C3, that is the carbon photosynthesis, in which the first carbon compound produces produced contains three carbon atoms. In this process, carbon dioxide enters a plant through its stomata. So, as I told you, that stomata is a part of a leaf which contains pores, small pores or small openings through which microscopic pores where amidst a series of complex reactions, the enzyme rubisco fixes carbon into sugar through the Calvin and Benson cycle. Calvin and Benson both are a scientist who have undergone an experiment under the plants, that how photosynthesis takes place. Okay, so as I told you that Rubisco is being a very much important enzyme. Enzyme means that an enzyme is only used in a particular chemical process or any natural process in order to steady up the process. Okay, in order to fasten the process. That Rubisco fastens the process up to 20% of the original speed of the photosynthesis. Okay. However, plants have evolved another form of photosynthesis to help reduce these losses in hot, dry environments. So, what happens? It happens that during photosynthesis, it is not so much the reduces that plants, that another form of photosynthesis which happens in the dry and arid climate or the hot climate, that is in the desert, in case of the cactus plant or rhododendron plants which have spines, or maybe the pineapple which has spines. Okay, so in that there the photosynthesis somehow is not completed. Okay, because it is in the hot and dry climate. Okay, because the water water absorption is very low there. Okay, now coming to the next point, that plants take in carbon dioxide and water in a biochemical cycle called photosynthesis. Why the author have told biochemical? Because bio means it's natural and chemical means with the help of the enzyme rubisco carbon carbon atoms. Okay, so bio means natural, that is the sunlight, air, wind is present, and chemical means the enzymes. The chemical enzymes are present called photosynthesis and convert these ingredients into oxygen and glucose. Glucose means a form of sugar used for energy storage. So glucose means that not that glucose we are speaking about which are available at market. No, it is a type of energy, okay, which is being stored or which is being processed during the photosynthesis process. Specifically, the plant breaks a carbon dioxide molecule into oxygen gas and a carbon atom, which with other carbon atoms is then used to generate glucose in a process called carbon fixation. So here it is a very important part. What do you mean by here? The carbon fixation. So C4 fixation or the carbon fixation is in addition to the main carboxylating enzyme is obviously present, that is the Rubisco. Okay, so in this process, in the process of carbon fixation itself happens during the photosynthesis process. It is a part and parcel of the photosynthesis process. Okay, so here the main carboxylating enzyme is the Rubisco, which catalyzes two distinct reactions using either CO2, that is carboxylation, or oxygenation as a substrate. So what do you mean by catalyst? Catalyst, what do you mean? It is a enzyme which which speeds up or rapidly it increases the speed of a process. So that is a catalyst. It is a catalyst is being needed in each and every chemical process. Okay, maybe and also in a biochemical process such as photosynthesis, or there is catalysis, there is electrolysis. There in every process an enzyme or a catalyst is being needed, which catalyzes two distinct reactions using CO2 or oxygen as a substrate. The latter process, oxygenation, gives rise to the wasteful process of photorespiration. Photorespiration means during that process oxygen is being generated. Oxygen is being generated. As a result, it helps for respiration, also for the human being and also for the plants. To ensure that Rubisco works in an environment where there is a lot of carbon dioxide and very little oxygen, C4 leaves generally differentiate two partially isolated compartments called mesophyll cells and the bundle sheath cells. So, so in order to see or in order to have a research that the Rubisco enzyme is working or not, we must apply or we must have an experiment on the cactus plant which is being found in the desert area, which is hot and dry climate, where there the amount of carbon dioxide is much in comparison to the oxygen, because there you can hardly find any sort of plants. Okay, there will be a desert sand each and every where, and with hot climate, with hot and arid climate. Okay, so there is also an experiment was being carried on. Okay, so up till this okay, Abhi Sharma, hello. So up till this, is the carbon fixation process clear to each and everyone? Okay, so have you all get it that during the biochemical process of photosynthesis, the oxygen gas and a carbon atom is being produced, is being generated, and glucose is also produced in the form of sugar as a form of energy. Okay, so this is known as the carbon fixation. Okay, there are few different pathways plants can take to perform carbon fixation. There are different sort of pathways, except it is not only that it takes only through stomata or the small opening of the plant or the leaf. It also takes place during due to or with the help of different pathways. There are many sort of ways are there. These vary at the level of enzyme activity and the minor variations in the molecules. So these vary that the carbon fixation will occur through stomata or in other pathways. It depends on the quality of the enzyme. So if we do not use the enzyme Rubisco, instead of that, if we could use another enzyme, so you will see that the process of photosynthesis or the amount of photosynthesis is degrading or decreasing. Okay, so that happens through the different pathways. So one of the common pathway, so these vary at the level of enzyme activity and the minor variations in the molecules produced, but these microscopic variations result in some macroscopic differences. The general most common pathway used in photosynthesis is called the C3 pathway. Okay, so the C3 pathway is also uh, so C3 is also a molecule of carbon. Okay, a different molecule. It is named for the three carbon molecule produced during the process. As I have already discussed you, that a three molecule carbon is being produced during the process of photosynthesis. So there is also a pathway is being built through which the photosynthesis or the carbon fixation can take place. It is named for a three carbon molecule produced during the process. Certain plants have evolved and can use a C4 pathway instead of a C3 pathway when it is more efficient to do. So, the C4 pathway results in the saturation of a particular enzyme rubisco with carbon dioxide. So in certain plants, which can take place in the through which photosynthesis takes place only in the C4 pathway, but not in the C3 pathway. It depends on the category of the plants. Okay. Certain plants have evolved and can use a C4 pathway instead of a C3 pathway when it is more efficient to do so. The C4 pathway results in the saturation of a particular enzyme rubisco with carbon dioxide. In C4 pathway, what happens after the photosynthesis process? This rubisco enzyme is somehow saturated or it is deposited at the end of the plant. Okay, that excessive amount of the enzyme is being deposited at the end of the plant. Okay, it is somehow it is being invested or it is being kept as a storage for the next process or the next process of the photosynthesis. Rubisco's job. So the author is telling about the function of the rubisco enzyme is to fix carbon, and when saturated with its raw materials it can perform this function more efficiently. So the main function of rubisco is to fix the carbon. The carbon fixation is the process, and when saturated with its raw materials may be, that is maybe the fertilizer or maybe the mud or the particles or the dust particles which are being kept at the which we find at the radical or the root of the plant. When it gets mixed with this rubisco, it can perform this function more efficiently. So that is why it is being known as the biochemical process. Bio means natural, that is the plant or the sunshine or the wind or the air is the bio part, and the chemical is the rubisco part, and the other enzymes which take part in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, now coming to the camp plants. Camp plants have evolved a different method of making photosynthesis more efficient. Camp plants means the plants which grow in the hot and the arid region. So camp plants means for example, I can give you it's kalonchi, it's cactus, and also pineapple, which have pines, especially pines, and can grow in the hot and the arid region. Okay, where the carbon dioxide saturation is much higher than the oxygen saturation. Okay, camp plants do not alter the saturation of carbon dioxide around rubisco. Instead, they change the way in which they collect the raw ingredients of photosynthesis from the environment. Plant leaves contain stomata. As I told you, that stomata, through which is a small opening or pore which is found in the leaves, openings through which carbon dioxide is collected, but through which water can also be lost. So what happens, there are a benefit of there as uh, you might be knowing, there are pros and cons of each and everything or each and every process. Similarly, there is a pros, I mean the good advantage or the bad advantage of the stomata. What is that? That the excessive nutrients water is being transported through the whole plant body through the stomata. Okay, during the time of night. But what happens? Sometimes through stomata, the water can also be drained out. The sufficient water amount can also be drained out. So there is a good advantage and there is also a bad advantage of the stomata. Okay, obviously in case of cam plants, so that is why you will find the fruit of the pineapple, they are obviously there, the outer covering is covered, surrounded with pines, and whenever you will have those pineapples, you will see that there is a obviously a juicy uh, texture is present in pineapple, but somehow you will find that the fruit is very hard in comparison to other fruits. It is due to those, it is due to the stomata, the excessive water amount is not absorbed in the plant, somehow it has become dry. Cam plants close openings in their stomata during the day and open them at night. So as I told you that during in the cam plants, that is the desert plants especially, or the pineapple, they close their openings during the day, so the excessive food or water is being transported during the night time, during the time of night, because they opens them at night. This prevents water from evaporating out of their stomata during the day and is an especially useful adaptation in hot and arid environment, that is the desert region. Okay, so basically there was some problems due to the stomata, because it was somehow the excessive water was being evaporated how out, or I mean the water is being transformed through the gaseous state and it was being evaporated. So in order to have a resistance or put a stop to this process of evaporation, so the stomata started obviously with the help of the rubisco enzyme. The rubisco enzyme helps the stomata to keep closed during the daytime and opens its pores during the night time. Okay, so that is why again I am telling you that it is a biochemical process. Hence the photosynthesis process is a biochemical process in nature, is being proved and is being significant. Okay, okay, you may be wondering, don't camp plants need carbon dioxide and sunlight at the same time to photosynthesize? So camp plants means especially the desert region plants, the cactus, kalanchi. Okay, they do that. There may be some of the questions arising to you, that don't camp plants need carbon dioxide and sunlight at the same time to photosynthesize? Yes, they do, and this has a dramatic effect on when they photosynthesize. The reaction involved in photosynthesis falls into two categories: the light reactions, which require light, and the light independent or dark reactions. So, as I told you, that in some of the plants, photosynthesis occurs during daytime with the help of sunlight, that is the natural light. And according to some plants, that is the camp plants or the desert region or the hot and arid region plants, the photosynthesis occurs in the light independent or the dark reactions, which occurs at night. At night, camp plants do not completely photosynthesize anything. They collect carbon dioxide and perform the light independent part of the photosynthetic process and wait. In the daytime, they perform the light dependent reactions. So, as a result, in case of camp plants or the desert region plants, photosynthesis occurs in a two type variations or a two type process or an ambivalent process, that it also takes place, sometimes also takes place in light, that is in the daytime, and sometimes also it takes place in the night. So as a result, I want to tell you that the photosynthesis process, the entire process is being is being completely fulfilled within the day. So the photosynthesis in case of camp plants, that is the desert region plants, takes place throughout the day. That during the daytime the carbon fixation takes place, and after that, with the help of the precipitation or the saturation of the rubisco enzyme, the further process takes place at the night. Okay, and use the available sunlight and the carbon dioxide they collected at night to generate glucose and oxygen. So, only in case of camp plants, the photosynthesis takes place throughout the day. But in case of C4 plants or in case of simple plants, which we see in the surrounding, photosynthesis only takes place during the daytime. It may be strange to think of plants varying in the way they perform such a core process as photosynthesis. But common examples of such plants abound. Sugarcane and corn are C4 plants, while many cacti are camp plants, as are pineapples. As I told you, cacti means it is the plural form of cactus. Okay. Cactus, which you may be knowing that cactus grows in the desert region. Cacti and our camp plants are as are pineapples. By better understanding the different ways in which plants have evolved to perform photosynthesis more efficiently, we can capitalize on their efficiency in ways that have direct implications on human society, and that's certainly an efficient endeavor. So obviously photosynthesis have a direct impact on our life, on the have a direct impact on our life, because due to photosynthesis we can get oxygen, we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, and and for the human society, the crops which are being grown, the crops which are being grown due to this photosynthesis is also very helpful, is also very helpful for the human society. So it has turned to be an endeavor. It has turned to be an endeavor for all of us, for all the human society. Okay. Okay, so Tripti have asked us a question that how many passages should we practice before our final SAT? So you could revise, or you should revise more than 20 passages, or maybe 15 passages, because you never know from which topic the main question is being coming. Okay, so now I hope everyone is being clear with up till this part. So it is the end of our passage of the photosynthesis and the photosynthetic adaptations in the different climates. So then we will go to our question and answer round. Okay, anyone please comment in the comment box that should we proceed with the question and the answer round? Okay, yeah. So we will proceed with the question and the answer round today. So before that, I want to tell you, please do like, subscribe, and share our video and channel with your family and friends. Okay, as far as possible, as soon as possible. Okay, so let us straight get into the questions, question and answer part. Okay. Okay, so the first question is question number 11. So this question number 11 belongs to the lines 34 to 39. Okay, so it occurs from this part, that up till certain plants, up till rubisco. So from this part, the question will arise from 34 to 39. Okay, 39. Okay, from certain plants up till efficiently. Here our answer is being kept. Okay, so the question is that which of the following is implied by lines 34, by lines 34 to 39? Number A, any plant that can use a C4 pathway can use a C3 pathway. Number B, any plant that can use a C3 pathway can use a C4 pathway. Number C, only C4 plants contain rubisco. And number D, only C3 plants contain rubisco. So let us scroll up to the lines 34 to 40. From certain plants up till perform this function more efficiently. Okay, so please go through this line and please try to answer in the comment box. Everyone, please actively participate in the question and answer round. Okay, Tripti is telling us that the answer is option B. Okay, anyone with other questions or other? Do you have any answers? Anyone? Do you have other answers? So after that, I will unveil the answer. Okay, Tarun Kumar is saying it's option number C. Okay, anyone? Any other person want to comment in the comment box with the correct answer? Okay, Abhi Sharma is saying A. Yeah, obviously, the correct answer is option A. Okay, so they have asked which of the following is being implied by lines 34 to 39. So let us go to 34 to 39. What does they say? That certain plants have evolved can use a C4 pathway instead of C3 pathway when it is more efficient to do. So the C4 pathway results in the saturation of a particular enzyme, rubisco, with carbon dioxide. Rubisco's job is to fix carbon, and when saturated with its raw materials, it can perform this function more efficiently. So what they have told that C4 certain plants have evolved and can use a C4 pathway instead of a C3 pathway. So that means that any plant that can use a C4 pathway can also use a C3 pathway. Okay. But any plant which can use a C3 pathway cannot use a C4 pathway. Okay. This lines means this thing. Okay. So our question 11 right answer is number A. Any plant that can use a C4 pathway can use a C3 pathway, but any plant that use a C3 pathway cannot use a C4 pathway. Okay. So our correct answer is option number A. Now coming to question number 12. So it's a creative type of question. You have to think on your own. It might be not written on the passage. Still, I will give you some hints from the passage. Okay, so question number 12. Okay, please listen to it carefully. Everyone. A farmer decides to grow sugarcane in the desert due to its photosynthetic efficient evolutionary adaptations. Is this farmer correct in his logic, and why? So the options are: number A, yes, because C4 plants are well adapted to arid climate, arid environments, or the arid means the hot or the desert. Number B, yes, because camp plants are well adapted to arid environments. Number C, no, because C4 plants are not necessarily adapted to arid environments. Number D, no, because camp plants are not necessarily adapted to arid environments. So, what do you think? So, let us go to the part where there is a growing of crops are being mentioned. From this part, a great number of factors are important when growing crops. Okay, up till this energy storage. You can go through this part. So here lies our correct answer. Please look into it and please comment in the comment box with the correct answer. Everyone, please actively participate. Doesn't matter that if you give a wrong answer or a right answer, we are not in a contest. But the actively participation is being wanted from each and everyone. Okay, Tarun Kumar is saying option number A. Rock Hill is saying option number D. Okay, let us see what is the correct answer. Okay, anyone? Yeah, Abhi Sharma have given us the answer. We have got our correct answer. So the correct answer is option number C. Well done. Well done, Abhi Sharma. So, so the here the question is being asked that a farmer decides to grow sugarcane in the desert due to its photosynthetic efficient evolutionary adaptations. Is this farmer correct in his logic? Why? So the thing is that the farmer is not correct in his logic, because you might be knowing that sugarcane never grows in a desert region. Okay, because of the hot arid climate, and due to the oxygen saturation is very low, sugarcane cannot grow in a desert region. And as sugarcane is a part of a C4 plant, okay, carbon with four molecules or a C4 pathway, it is a part of the sugarcane is a part of the C4 fixation. Okay, so it will not be well adapted in the desert region. Okay, so he is incorrect in logic. Okay, so similarly, I will give you a short example of it. You might be seeing pets or dogs in the hilly region or the cold region. Suppose if you ever been to Sikkim or the northeastern part of our India, or maybe Manali, so you may be seeing that the pets or the dogs who have excessive furs in their body, because they could adapt in the cold and the temperate climate, cold climate or the pleasant climate. But if you try to bring that similar breed or similar dog to our region, where it is a totally humid climate, a totally hot climate, the dog cannot survive in that climate, because it is not well adapted to this region. Okay, similarly, the C4 plants cannot adapt in the desert region, but the camp plants can survive because they are well adapted in the desert and the hot and the arid climate. Okay, so I hope I am clear with all my logic and points. Okay, so let us go to the question number 13. Okay. Based on the passage, what is the likely meaning behind the C4? Okay, so option A, C4 plants likely require four more carbon molecules than plants that do not use the pathway to perform photosynthesis. Number B, the C4 pathway likely generates a four carbon molecule where the C3 pathway generates a three carbon molecule. Number C, C4 plants likely have been found on four continents, whereas C3 plants have only been found on three. And number D, C4 plants are able to function normally at temperatures up to 4 degrees Celsius, higher than the maximum temperature which C3 plants can function. So let us scroll up to the C4 part, where the author have completely given a brief description of the C4 pathway. So from here, from these certain plants, up till this hot and arid environments. Here lies our question. Our answer. So what is the author trying to tell about the C4 pathway here? Here the C4. What does the author is trying to tell when they are saying about, okay, Abhi Sharma has given us the answer, option number D, Rock Hill have given the answer, option C, Adesh has given the answer, option B, Tarun Kumar, option B, and Tripti, option A. So everyone have given different variations of the answer. Yes, obviously it might be under this board. So let us straight get into the answer, to the correct answer. Okay, so what would be the right answer, do you think, everyone? Okay, so I want to tell you that the correct answer is option number B. The C4 pathway likely generates a four carbon molecule, where the C3 pathway generates a three carbon molecule. It's very easy. And this C option is totally out of logic. See, C4 plants likely have been four continents, and C3 plants have only found on three continents. This option is totally baseless. So the correct answer is B, that the C4 pathway have generates a four carbon molecule, whereas the C3 pathway only have a three carbon molecule. It's very easy. Okay, so before going to our next question, question number 14, I want to tell you that tomorrow's session will be very much interesting because there will be a live session by Ronak sir for mathematics session live at 8 p.m. IST. So the link is being shared in the description box of today's video. Please do check the link in the description, and please join tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp at the Indian Standard Time with Ronak sir live with mathematics and some probable solutions, problems and solutions. Okay, please do check the link in the description box, and please do like, subscribe and share our channel and videos with your family and friends. Okay, now going to the next question, question number 14. Okay, What is the author's likely reason for talking about cars and appliances in the first paragraph? Okay, option number A, the author uses appliance efficiency as a familiar touchstone to introduce the reader to the idea of photosynthetic efficiency. Number B, this passage is likely excerpted from a larger work at a point just after the author concluded discussing appliance efficiency. Number C, the author talks about appliance efficiency to lead into a discussion of how photosynthetic efficiency can be used to improve appliance efficiency. And number D, the author introduces an argument made about appliance efficiency in order to demonstrate how it is incorrect using evidence taken from the photosynthetic efficiency. So let us go to that part of the first paragraph where the author has spoken about the appliances as of the vehicles and cars. Okay, so here it starts from energy efficiency. Okay, when looking at the purchasing vehicles or smaller appliances, vehicles means you might be knowing that he is speaking about cars. Smaller appliances like refrigerators and televisions, consumers want to know how much energy the device will use while it is running. So this part, the answer lies in this part. So please have a quick look to the paragraph, then I will scroll down to the options and the answers. Okay, in the meantime, please try to comment in the comment box with the answers. Okay, hello Vishal, I could see new faces. Hello Vishal, hello Abhi Sharma. Okay, Abhi Sharma is saying option number C. Tarun Kumar is saying option number B. So let us see what is the correct answer. Who can give the correct answer? Okay, Rockhill is saying option number A. So I hope you are done with this paragraph. Everyone is done with this paragraph. So let us scroll to the options. Okay, Avdesh is saying option number C. Okay, so disappointing others except Rockhill. So Rockhill, you have given the right answer and it is option number A. The author uses appliance efficiency as a familiar touchstone to introduce the reader to the idea of photosynthetic efficiency. Okay, so the author have used an example of the or taken an example of the appliances and the vehicles in order to clarify or explain the mode of photosynthesis or the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so the correct answer is option number A. Okay, okay, so we are coming to question number 15. So it is the fill up the blanks or fill in the blanks. Okay, C4 plants are similar to CAM plants in that dash comma but different in that dash. So the options are option number A, they have both evolved to increase photosynthetic efficiency by saturating Rubisco with carbon dioxide. So those who have joined my session just now, so I want to tell you that Rubisco is an carboxylitic enzyme which is used in the process of photosynthesis in order to increase the speed up till 20% of the original speed of the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so the option A, they have both evolved to increase photosynthetic efficiency by saturating Rubisco with carbon dioxide. They gather that carbon dioxide at different times of day. Number B, they both close their stomata during the day. CAM plants perform only the light dependent photosynthetic reactions. So CAM plants means the plants which grow in the hot or the arid region, which is the desert region, that is the cactus or maybe the pineapple. Light independent camp plants perform only the light dependent photosynthetic reactions during the day, whereas C4 plants, that is the sugar cane, C4 plants means the sugar cane, perform only the light independent reactions during the day. Or number C, they are both well suited to arid environments, that means the desert temperature or the desert climate. C4 plants use rubisco, but camp plants lack rubisco. Or option number D, they both use evolutionary adaptation to perform photosynthesis more efficiently. They use different mechanisms to do so. Okay, so let us go to the C4 part, where there is a answer. Okay, from this way, from the C4 pathway up till this hot and arid environments, here lies our answer. So anyone please comment in the comment box. So this will be our last question to this live. Okay, so please fast please answer the, give comment to the comment box with your probable options. Okay, Tripti is saying option number B. Abhi Sharma is saying option number A. Rock Hills is saying option number B. Avdesh is saying option number C. Tarun Kumar is saying option number D. Okay, so let us see what will be the correct answer. So today's last question's correct answer would be option number B. Oh, sorry, option number D. So Tarun Kumar, you are right. It is option number D. They both use evolutionary adaptation, perform photosynthesis more efficiently. They use different mechanisms to do so. So here our answer lies. So the evolutionary mechanism means that the raw ingredients, the photosynthesis which is being performed with the help of the raw ingredients of photosynthesis. Okay. And this prevents water from evaporating out of their stomata during the day, is an especially useful adaptation in the hot and arid climate. Okay. And similarly, in this part also, the same thing is being uttered by the author. See, while many, okay, it may be strange to think of plants varying in the way to perform such a core process as photosynthesis, but common examples of such plants abound. Sugarcane and corn are C4 plants, while many cacti are camp plants, are as pineapples. By better understanding the different ways in which plants have evolved to perform photosynthesis more efficiently. Okay, so here they can say that with this part, we can conclude that the author is being uttering that they both can use evolutionary adaptation to perform both photosynthesis more efficiently. That is the light independent process, that is the dark process, or the light dependent process, that is which occurs during the daytime. Okay, the evolutionary adaptation means the light independent and the light dependent process. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed this session of my live session today. So see you on the next class. So please check out the link at the description box, and please stay tuned for my next live, and you will be getting a notification soon of my next live. Okay, for that now, good night everyone. Have a nice dream, have a nice slumber. Okay, and for that, I am wrapping up this session. Thank you, each and everyone, for such an incredible and wonderful audience and for such a lovely support. Thank you, each and everyone.